Wait, hello guys, one second. Hello everyone, Anime Bros here, and today, we're gonna talk about one of the awful-ish, whatever. We're gonna talk about one of the awful fake storytime animated. Now, I know there's a lot of awful fake storytime animated, but this one had to be awful. Also, this is clickbait. The title of this video is called, I quote, "My dog got me pregnant," but this one is a lie. I watched this. I watched this yesterday. And I'm going to be happily say this. No, she did not get pregnant by a dog. She got pregnant by something else. Who? I have no idea because the video ended off. So, there's gonna be stupid stuff. It's awful. Unless I say this has been one of the worst clickbait videos ever. I know there's a lot of awful clickbait YouTubers do this, but yeah, let's watch. Free to
There. My name is Darlene.
Wow. I can't believe it. We got unless. First of all, why does she look like she belongs in some anime? Feels like they did not animate that. It feels like they just took something.
I'm from a pretty big family, where growing up meant standing outside the bathroom in a line to wait your turn. I was always surrounded by people. Not that I didn't love my family, but it was suffocating at times. The moment I was old enough and had saved enough money to afford my own place, I moved out of my family home to start my own life.
Okay, first of all, question. Is that clip art in the background? Third of all, do you guys what you guys think about the animation? Only she does only one part of her arm move. That's it.
But before I go on, make sure you subscribe
No.
and hit that notification bell
No.
so you don't miss out on any more awesome videos.
No, it's not.
Now, I don't regret that decision, not even a little bit. But I grew up surrounded by people. The sudden silence and lack of people was startling and almost unsettling.
Okay.
I found myself lonely for the first time in my life, and I realized I missed the company of someone with me.
Why
I was alone in my own home. I was young, and frankly, I was a bit afraid. I figured
you were young? Wait, how old are you anyway?
the best way to counteract this problem without having to find a roommate was to consider adopting a pet. I knew dogs were great for protecting your home and showing unconditional love, so I decided to adopt a dog. I wound up finding a wonderful border collie at a local shelter, and I knew I just had to have.
You guys like that? First of all, that is not what the dog looked like. You already did show us. So, animator is that fucking retarded.
Him. Now, my dog is by no means destructive or aggressive, but it's obvious that he had never had any training in his life. He liked to chew
This video is from Share Your Story.
my things instead of his toys. He marked the
Can you lower down the whooshing sound effect? It's annoying.
walls of my house by peeing on them, and he just flat out didn't listen to me. I was beyond frustrated until my friend Emily
Yeah, sure. Wait, where the hell she come from? Why the hell you didn't close the door?
found a solution for me. She told me she had seen an advertisement for a dog trainer the other day and promised to give him a call. The next day, she returned to my home with this tall, sleek man who she introduced as my new dog trainer.
By the way, this guy right here is supposed to be the boyfriend of the blonde hair chick, not the pink hair anime girl. Speaking about anime, these characters kind of look like they belong in some anime. It feels like they just took an anime, just traced over them, and boom, original characters. Do not steal.
The man shook my hand and told me his name was Jacob, and that he was a self-proclaimed dog whisperer. He was pretty cute and quite charismatic, but I was skeptical that anyone could rein in this enthusiastic collie. Turns out,
What?
and proved to be quite the competent trainer.
Sorry guys for that ad. Let's go back.
My dog stood no chance disobeying him, and he eventually started to bend to his will.
Who cares?
Jacob taught my dog so many things: how to sit, how to lie down and heel, shake hands, the whole trick pack.
I just realized he did not just close the door. Hey, close the door.
Not only that, but he even conditioned my dog to do his business.
This looked like freaking clip art right there. Or they just stole us or something. Because there's no way in goddamn hell you animated that.
Specific corners in my yard. That made cleanup so much easier. And I no longer stepped in unseen dog crap with my shoes, which was a definite bonus. He even brought my dog inside after a couple of weeks and started teaching him how to open doors. I was doubtful that this dog could accomplish such a feat, but boy was I surprised. This man could get dogs to open doors, and it was absolutely astonishing to see him work. I often found myself observing him while he worked, watching his stiff and precise hand movements and
You know, I really don't care. This and that. I just wanted that. I just wanted the freaking dog want to pregnant humans. Wait, can animals even pregnant human? Hold on. So I just figured out dogs and humans cannot get pregnant. So let's continue.
And listening to the strictness in his voice, I don't think I ever stood a chance not falling for this guy. He was definitely easy on the eyes, and he could go from sweet and charismatic to firm and dominant in less than a second.
This animation make me want to slit my throat. And also, what the hell is those anime eyes?
I had a serious crush on this guy by this point. There was only one problem with the whole situation. Whenever Jacob showed up to do his dog training, Emily would more often than not be right behind him.
Because that's his boyfriend? Yeah, basically, you're just a terrible
It was hard to get a private moment just to talk with him, or even ask a question with her always looming over my shoulder. Emily is a great friend, don't get me wrong, but she was seriously blocking me by showing up all the time when he was here.
Yeah, Emily, get out of here. I just want to suck your boyfriend.
She even had the audacity one day to ask him to train her own dog while he was busy helping mine.
That's called helping. She needs help. Okay, great. You're an awful human being. Thank you very much for teaching us how terrible you are. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Come to my house and take my trainer.
She's not taking your trainer. A, she need help. B, I don't even know what should I even call it.
Furious when she embraced him and thanked him for agreeing. I was close to just kicking her out of my house, but I kept.
What is that audio? What was that?
My cool and let it go. He was a great trainer, and it isn't like he didn't have other clients anyway. I was just being shrewd and jealous over nothing. At least, that's what I thought, until Emily's birthday rolled around. Emily invited me to her birthday party, which is nothing out of the ordinary. It was a little strange that she also invited Jacob, but I suppose she saw him often enough that it wasn't that weird. I dressed up a little to maybe get his attention while I...
Okay, great, you're a slut. Wait, hold up, that's not PG. Whatever.
Was there, and headed to the party. When I got to the party, however, I barely got inside her house when I saw them together. She was leaning all over him, laughing, and she suddenly turned her head and kissed him. I was stunned and pretty hurt to see this. Admittedly, pretty envious of her. I felt super awkward after that, and my anxiety skyrocketed the longer I stood in the doorway watching them. I wound up simply turning back around and leaving the way I came. I mentally beat myself up in my car for just standing there like an idiot and then leaving like a coward. I decided if I really wanted him to be with me, I needed to get a little bolder too. After that incident, I decided to stop waiting for him to come to me. I created a whole new set of outfits just for when Jacob came over to try and catch his attention. I'm talking mini skirts and chunky heels, the whole package. Is it shameful? Maybe a little, but I was getting desperate at that point. I remember he was teaching my dog to retrieve items, and I bent over to pick up the item right in front of him. I really cut the subtlety out of my behavior and just tried to make it super obvious for him. I was like the dog now, jumping through hoops trying to gain a little positive attention from this man.
What the hell is that?
I wasn't sure if it was the clothes, the subtle flirting, or a combination of the two, but I was able to get him to open up a bit more and talk to me. It was a good start, but not exactly the reaction I was looking for.
What reaction?
One day, we wound up getting into this deep conversation about if shock collars were humane.
Close the door.
I barely remember what
Jesus
he said.
Christ.
It was incredibly boring. but he seemed extremely passionate about it. He was right up in my personal space, hands doing those really controlled, precise movements as he explained his belief. In the middle of his speech,
I'm gonna remind you, this story is called My Dog Got Me Pregnant, but
I wound up just leaning up to kiss him, seeing the passion in his eyes and reading the situation for what I thought it was. He paused mid-sentence and grabbed me by my shoulders, gently pushing me away. I could see by his expression he was a bit surprised, if not frightened. He looked away and asked if he was done for the day so he could leave. Then he excused himself. I felt like an idiot for misreading the situation,
yeah, you got
and I
that
wound
one.
up just sitting with my dog and spilling my woes to him the rest of the night.
Mhm.
I was surprised he showed up again the next day, but I was also glad that he did.
Yeah.
Surprised,
Yeah.
as I wished my dog.
Jesus
She
Christ.
saw us kiss.
Jesus Christ, it's so boring. When I watched this yesterday, it feels like my life force
Sing
dream.
and eavesdropped,
Okay, yeah.
Feeling
yeah,
sorry for-
dropping
suggested that he-
words apart.
half nude and looking like
Chris Hansen, I like Holy of 40s.
a deer in headlights. Jacob, I'm sure you can guess, but I can't exactly explain it. And meet me at a local cafe so I could explain the situation to him.
Mm-hmm.
When I told him I was pregnant, though, he got really pale and shaky.
Mm-hmm.
He told me he wasn't ready, that he couldn't support a child emotionally or financially. I just sat there in shock as he hurried out of the cafe, in disbelief that he just ditched me the moment he knew I was pregnant. I just stared into my empty coffee cup, unsure of what I was going to do now.
Okay, wow, that was awful.
Hi, I am Nancy.
Alright guys, you got yourself 2-in-1 deal. Here you go. Hold up. There's to share your story animated. What? Wait, what? Whatever was.
And I am a 15-year-old girl who did something horrible.
I'm sorry, what?
But before I go on, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so
No.
you don't miss out on any more awesome videos.
This is gonna be
I
the
was
last one
13
I'm
years
doing
old when my
myself.
mom and my real dad got divorced over a girl who was caught sleeping with my dad.
Okay.
My mother was very tense after that. We had no resources to survive without my father being the only source of income.
Feels like I'm just making fun of the animation more times than the story, or maybe I'm making fun of the story more times than the animation.
After a few weeks, my mom married a boxer.
What?
I did not know that they were dating before all this happened, or
Wait,
it was just
what?
a sudden meetup.
No. Instant pause. First of all, my mom dated a boxer. I'm not judging, but
And they decided to get married in such a
Why?
short time. I suspected that my mother was already having an affair with this boxer guy who was way younger than my mother, and she
Wait,
just
what?
planned everything to get away from my dad. I suspected that my mother planted a girl in his life, and
oh my fuck. Bad timing. I'm recording video. So. Isn't that girl when she fucking lies saying
made her
"You're
sleep
a
with my
night-"
dad so that she could
I
catch
just
him
don't-
red-handed.
Are they really that?
because of this doubt that I had in my mind, I believed that my mother and I were not as close as we used to be.
Also, why does the thumbnail look
So when my mother
that
married this
person?
boxer guy, we instantly moved in with him.
That dude did not look like a boxer guy. You flat out lie.
He had a big house, a house that was not less than a mansion.
That's basically the exact same you're just like.
He was rich and famous, and I always wondered how my mom got him. Oh, I forgot to tell you something. Let's go back a little bit. I had already made up my mind that I would separate my mom from this guy as well. After what she did to my real father, I was at odds with my mother.
Why?
But when I met this guy for the first time, I thought he was a playboy.
What?
But when I went to live with him, I saw him shirtless several times, and I fell
Hold up. Why is he?
for him. That was not a conscious thought, but deep down, I liked
Wait, didn't you say you were like 16 or 15 in the beginning? I just totally forgot because my brain cells are not dying.
him. My real purpose was to make them hate each other.
What?
Whenever I heard them having a good time in their bed, I would knock on the door to break their mood and made them really angry at me. My mother loved me a lot, and that's why she could never let him shout at me. My plan was just to make him so angry that he would shout at me and my mother would take a stand. I repeated this several times, and I broke their moments of love off.
I'm sorry. You repeated the moment several times. So basically, that means they were. I mean, first of all, why were they just sleeping? Question one: why were they sleeping? Or anything? Why would you break in and see them having?
One day, I was about to knock on the door when they were having a good time. I accidentally pushed the door a bit, and I saw his... Yes, you know what I saw there. I wanted to feel that, and after that day, my
Ain't you sick? Didn't you lose? Wait, yeah. You say you were 14 when this happens, and now, oh my god. So she wanted to be pedophilia. Chris
unconscious
Hansen.
thought became conscious. Now I wanted him to break their relation for myself. My older purpose and the new became one. Now it was time to change the plan. I started to attract him with my body.
What?
My mother was aged and my flesh was fresh. He
You're
was
14.
way younger than my mother, closer
You're
to my
14.
age. One day, my
14.
mother was out, so I thought I should show him
You're 14.
what I have and what I want from
You're
him.
14.
He was watching TV and I shouted, "Help! I'm stuck!
Yeah, sure, it is so relatable. Hey guys, have you ever hey girls, hey girls who's 14, have you ever wondered, my mom having too much fun time with my new steppapa. I want to have fun time with him too. Don't worry, this story that's gonna be relatable. But caution, do not listen what I just said ever.
Mother! It was just a plan to attract him towards me.
You're 14.
I was naked in my washroom and I made it look like I was stuck in the washroom.
You're 14.
He came running and he saw me. He did not close
What was that? What you mean? Tell me you can't say naked? Why?
his eyes, but he looked at me the way a wild lion looks at a deer. I could see it in his eyes, and he wanted it.
Yeah, can someone call the 911 and the FBI and Chris Hansen?
Help me, I said. He came and grabbed my arm. I rubbed my body with him to arouse him.
No.
He was seduced, but he controlled
No.
himself and he went out.
No.
I knew that after this, he
No.
would be thinking about his
No.
body even in bed with my mother.
No.
The relationship was damaged now, and he stopped making love to my mother after that. He started to treat me differently and with more love. He would do good things for me. I kept doing the
Okay, no, I'm done. I'm fucking done with this. So blah blah blah. This girl actually got in jail. Blah blah. Something bad happened. Some stupid stuff. That's the end. I hate this. So blah blah blah.
no money to take Uber. I was just sipped a guy who can leave one girl for you.
Okay, yeah. Wait, one guy leave one for you? Then you leave one. I don't care now. I hate this world. I hate this life. I think I'm gonna jump off a cliff and kill myself. I hope you guys like this video. And I'm seriously gonna be depressed now. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and yeah. Now, please don't comment down below me to watch any more of these fake anime stories, because I swear to God, if I see one more, I will definitely jump off a cliff. Goodbye.